Yo, what's up, everybody? Ever wondered if your college degree is secretly plotting against your bank account? Like, you spent 4 years, maybe more, sweating over textbooks, surviving on ramen, only to graduate and find out your chosen profession is basically a fast track to unemployment? Well, strap in, fam, because today we're diving into a recent article that exposes the top 5 professions with the highest unemployment rates after college. Get ready for some eye-opening stats, a few laughs, and maybe a little existential crisis about your career choices. First up, we've got fine arts. You know, the dreamers, the artists, the ones who see the world as one giant canvas, and also maybe struggle to afford actual canvases. Look, we love art, it speaks to the soul, but apparently it doesn't speak the language of consistent paychecks. It's tough out there for a starving artist, especially when your avocado toast budget is bigger than your art supply budget. But hey, on the bright side, think of all the latte art you can master while you wait for your big break. But let's be real, the creative spirit is a powerful thing. Who knows? Maybe that fine arts degree is actually training you for the gig economy hustle. You're a master of multiple mediums, a jack of all trades, a walking, talking Etsy shop waiting to happen. You gotta pivot those painting skills into graphic design, your sculpting talents into, I don't know, artisanal dog treat making. The possibilities are endless when you're not afraid to think outside the paint box. And hey, let's not forget the emotional intelligence that comes with being an artist. You feel things deeply, you understand the human experience, you can probably cry on cue for a film audition. That's valuable stuff. So yeah, the job market for like Renaissance-style portrait painters might be a bit dry, but the world always needs people who can create, innovate, and bring a little beauty into our lives. Just, you know, maybe have a backup plan that doesn't involve selling your plasma. Next up, we have philosophy and religious studies. Now, these folks, they're the thinkers, the questioners, the ones who can debate the meaning of life right before their shift starts at the campus coffee cart. Look, I respect the deep contemplation, the pursuit of truth, but the job market's response to a philosophy degree is basically, that's cool, but can you make a latte? All those late-night dorm room debates about existentialism? Turns out they don't translate well to a resume. But hey, at least you can analyze the ethical implications of late-stage capitalism while you're flipping burgers. But jokes aside, a philosophy degree equips you with some serious critical thinking skills. You can dissect arguments, analyze complex ideas, and probably write a killer thesis statement. Those are valuable assets in any field, even if your job title doesn't involve the phrase Socratic method. So maybe you won't be leading seminars on Nietzsche right out of college, but you can apply that sharp mind to law, to politics, to writing, to basically any field that requires a brain that can actually, think. You're trained to see the bigger picture, to question assumptions, to challenge the status quo. And in a world that often feels like it's losing its mind, those skills are more valuable than ever. Coming in at number 3, we have anthropology. These are the explorers, the culture vultures, the ones who can explain the intricacies of ancient civilizations, and also maybe your dating life after one too many anthropology puns. Hey girl, are you a hominid? Because you're making me feel like a Neanderthal. Look, understanding human history and culture is super important, but the job market's response to an anthropology degree is usually, that's fascinating. So what else you got? You've spent years studying ancient artifacts and deciphering hieroglyphics, but somehow your parents still ask, so when are you going to get a real job? But let's be real, anthropology is all about understanding people, and that's a skill that never goes out of style. You're a master of observation, you can navigate cultural differences, and you probably have some killer stories from that dig site in rural Mongolia. Those are valuable assets in fields like market research, user experience design, and basically anything that involves understanding how humans tick. So yeah, you might not be Indiana Jones right out of college. Although, side note, how cool would that be? But you've got the skills to decode human behavior, to bridge cultural divides, and to bring a global perspective to any team. And in our increasingly interconnected world, that's a superpower worth cultivating. Hold on to your lenses, folks, because at number 4 we have film, video, and photographic arts. These are the storytellers, the visual wizards, the ones who can capture the perfect shot, and also maybe the perfect shot of them eating ramen in their parents' basement. Look, we're living in a golden age of content creation, but the job market for aspiring Spielbergs is still more competitive than a TikTok dance battle. You've spent years mastering your craft, building your portfolio, and explaining to your relatives that, yes, YouTube is a real job now. But here's the thing, The world is hungry for visual stories. We consume content like it's oxygen, and that means there are more opportunities than ever for skilled filmmakers, videographers, and photographers. You just gotta hustle harder than a YouTuber trying to hit 10 million subscribers. So, maybe you won't be directing the next Marvel blockbuster right out of film school, but you can leverage your skills to create compelling content for brands, businesses, and individuals. You can be a freelance filmmaker, a social media guru, a wedding videographer who captures the most epic slow-motion first dance ever. The possibilities are endless when you've got the talent and the drive to make your vision a reality. And finally, we have area, ethnic, and civilization studies. These are the global citizens, the cultural ambassadors, the ones who can explain the geopolitical landscape, and also maybe how they ended up working at a travel agency after years of studying abroad. Look, understanding different cultures and societies is crucial in today's world, but the job market's response to an area studies degree is often, "That's interesting. Do you speak fluent Klingon? You've spent years immersed in other cultures, mastering foreign languages, and navigating the complexities of international relations, but somehow, your grandma still asks, so what kind of job can you get with that?" But here's the thing, the world needs people who understand the interconnectedness of our global society. You've got the skills to bridge cultural divides, to navigate complex situations, and to bring a nuanced perspective to any conversation. Those are valuable assets in fields like international business, diplomacy, nonprofit work, and basically anything that involves interacting with humans from different walks of life. So, yeah, you might not be appointed as the UN ambassador straight out of college, but you've got the knowledge and the empathy to make a real difference in the world, one cross-cultural interaction at a time. Look, the job market can be tough, but don't let these stats make you question your life choices too much. Remember, no degree is a guaranteed ticket to success or unemployment. It's all about how you use it. Think of your degree as a foundation, not a cage. It's a starting point, not the finish line. And that's where Ancestry Lands comes in. We're all about promoting generational wealth through land ownership and financial awareness to empower you. We believe that everyone deserves the opportunity to build a solid financial future, regardless of their major or career path. If you want more tips, laughs, and life-changing info, subscribe and follow Ancestry Lands for more. We'll help you navigate the ups and downs of adulting, one hilarious, insightful video at a time.